Why study Shakespeare? He's old and outdated. His plays are written in a foreign language, and he is the most renowned writer during his time. Studying his work reveals many literary techniques and ideas about life then. It can also be fun as it has many intriguing concepts. The way he wrote his plays is what makes them intriguing. The use of rhyme and alliteration was abundant, and the ideas expressed were relevant to then and now. Shakespeare's plays are on many topics appealing to many audiences, like fate, violence, and love. Although his plays were on different topics, all of them had the included idea of fate, like Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet, two teenagers from opposing families fall in love. Shakespeare used love because back then arranged marriages were common, but love was a new and growing idea. Within Romeo and Juliet, contrasting ideas like sun and moon posed by both lovers hint at a tragic end to their relation. It seems that throughout the entire play, the fate of the two is bound to death. Death and violence were prevalent throughout the play. Violence was put out as needed to be punished, as was the violence that occurred during Act 3, Scene 1. Tybalt, Mercutio, and Romeo end up fighting over the family feud. Mercutio ends up dead, as well as Tybalt as revenge. Romeo ends up banished, and this enforces the idea that violence begets more violence, and violence must be punished. His stories portrayed his various thoughts and things like couplets and sonnets. These were different rhyme schemes forged by multiple lines of his story. Most of his sonnets and quatrains were used to express his character. Shakespeare's use of literary techniques in his plays is worth studying. He can teach us several new things about Renaissance storytelling and ideals. The study of Shakespeare is interesting and relevant because he was a master of literary techniques, and his plays have helped us to understand life during the time of Shakespeare. The bard of ancient England was Shakespeare. His writings and plays are full of ideas which are interesting to read and share. His characters are destroyed by their fates. Romeo and Juliet, a tragedy. Love is destroyed by their family feud. Their losses were taken very poorly. Contrasting ideas help to make them move. Shakespeare's expert technique is relevant to his works like his written today, for history can be studied through it. Reading it doesn't lead to dismay. It can be quite interesting back then, the studying of such a great man.